It is only by living on a spiritual basis that our lives will truly change long term for the better. When we rely absolutely on our higher power, we feel safe to take the steps with integrity. Facing our past, making restitution and coming clean matures us like no other method we have found. This is where we become adults in space and time. We coexist with our fellows as equals. We are all family in this big, beautiful world of ours. Having committed ourselves to go to any lengths to have a spiritual life, making amends cleans out the pathway for the sunlight of the Spirit to shine through. We're going to start with the Serenity Prayer, and then we'll go into the daily reflections. If you or someone you know are questioning yourselves about whether or not you're an alcoholic or whether they are an alcoholic or drug addict, reach out. We can help you. You don't have to do it alone. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Grant me patience with the struggles that take time, and appreciation for all that I have, tolerance of those with different struggles, and the strength to get up and try again, one day at a time. Willingness to grow, September 1st. If more gifts are to be received, our awakening has to go on. As Bill sees it, page 8. Sobriety fills the painful hole in the soul that my alcoholism created. Often I feel so physically well that I believe my work is done. However, joy is not just the absence of pain. It is the gift of continued spiritual awakening. Joy comes from ongoing and active study, as well as application of the principles of recovery in my everyday life, and from sharing that experience with others. My higher power presents many opportunities for deeper spiritual awakening. I need only to bring into my recovery the willingness to grow. Today, I am ready to grow. Working the steps in the beginning means we don't want to drink again, and that is our singular focus because we admitted we could not do it on our own. We tried everything to stop and stay stopped, and nothing worked until we sat in an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting and we felt something was different. Making meetings is where we find the door to recovery. We find the steps to a spiritual awakening, which means we discover a new world that was hidden to us. Now, we know life is worth living. It is meant to be wonderful. It is not to be persevered. We laugh at our goals when we enter the program. We surpass them and continue to shoot higher. Sobriety is about thriving, not just surviving another day. We do stay sober in 24-hour segments, one day at a time, and we aim for the stars with optimism. As we put together strings of days, weeks, months, and then years, we look back to our early days and fondly remember our old ignorant selves. We knew very little then. We are grateful for the blessings we have received. We do not feel we deserve our new way of life, but we will do whatever we must to keep it. Steps 10, 11, and 12 are lived daily. We admit when we are wrong and make right what we damaged. We forgive others when they wrong us, and we love all who come into our lives. Our prayer meditation takes on new levels of meaning for us. We stay connected and feel our higher power's presence in our lives, and we try to be positive members of the world so we can help when needed. We live the steps to the best of our ability so that we can help others recover and stay recovered on the daily. We stay honest, open-minded, and willing to do whatever we can to be helpful to others, transmitted what we have learned in the program, and we find our lives are happy, joyous, and free as a result. It isn't work. It is a joy. Willingness to grow, September 1st. If more gifts are to be received, our awakening has to go on. As Bill sees it, page 8. Sobriety fills the painful hole in the soul that my alcoholism created. Often I feel so physically well that I believe my work is done. However, joy is not just the absence of pain. It is the gift of continued spiritual awakening. Joy comes from ongoing and active study, as well as application of the principles of recovery in my everyday life, and from sharing that experience with others. My higher power presents many opportunities for deeper spiritual awakening. I need only to bring into my recovery the willingness to grow. Today, I am ready to grow. Please subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.